Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again. Hearts of Iron 4, the new order. As Indonesia, where we left off, we're PP not that great. PP not that great, but hey, we're doing our best, alright? We're doing our gosh darn best. Trying to fix this up. Also, some of you probably at this point noticed down with the Japanese, down with the SCAN. Oh yes, there we go. It's starting up. Some of you probably noticed that poll, the meme poll that I put on the channel, being like, subscribe to me. Yes, my queen. Yes, my queen. Yes, my queen. That's because I watched like the video that Spiffing Brit made about it, which was really funny. But it also touched upon how polls help you promote your channel, and so. It seems interesting, and it seems like a good excuse to use the polls again, because I did remember like half a year ago to a year ago I used to use them, but because it didn't really get promoted that well to my own subscribers, I kind of stopped using it. But I used to use that in order to ask the people, hey, what kind of campaign do you want? So I figured this is actually a good excuse to start using it again. So keep an eye out on that, because I think I'll first make like an actual genuine post asking like, hey, what kind of mobs or what kind of countries you want me to play. I'll pick out a few interesting ones. I put up a poll, then you guys can send in a thing, and you guys can vote, and then whoever wins is a campaign that I will be playing. So just first post that I'll be making after the one that I did is probably gonna be, whatever. It's probably just gonna be one like, hey, yo, I need suggestions. Just spam the comments with random suggestions, like suggestions that you think are good, all that good stuff. And then I'll start, sifting through everything, ordering it, making sure everything is good, and then we can figure out what we want, So if there's like a specific country in a specific mod that you want to play, want me to see play, put that in. If there's just a single mod that you want me to play in, but you don't really care which country, just put that like that. Or if there's a specific country you want me to play as, but you don't really give a shit about which mod it is, you can put that in as well, and then we can go from there, right? We can figure it out. There we go. So the party was a hustle bustle of rich attire and smooth faces that had never known want or stress. President Sukarno stood in the middle of it all, Vice President Tata conspicuously absent. He waved and smiled at the passing guests. His welcome was sincere. These people had a lot to offer to him. Every person in the room with him was an accomplished, prominent businessman. More importantly, they were all Indonesian. Following the nationalization and subsequent breakup of the SKN, its bastard orphan children had somewhere to go. Had to go somewhere. We're better than the infant Indonesia capitalist class. Sukarno tapped his champagne glass with a spoon he had been saving in his pocket for that specific purpose. Friends, Indonesians, we stand on the precipice of a new age of our nation. With the breakup of the illegal SKN and the subversion of Japanese influence, we can finally achieve our great golden destiny. I am comforted greatly knowing that Indonesia's prosperity lies with such committed heroes, loyal to Indonesia above all. With this, Sukarno spoke perhaps a little too loudly, smiled perhaps a little too brightly, and held his drink perhaps a little too tightly. Polite applause followed, but all understood the innuendo. Loyalty to Indonesia was loyalty to Sukarno. Resistance was ill-advised. As the party wore on, Sukarno grew irritable. Where was Hatta? He said. Uh-oh, he's gonna rebel. So that's what's happening, huh? I've seen it from the background, how Indonesia keeps getting civil wars, but now it was Hatta. He's gonna... Where is he? We need a hint. Oh no, he's not in here. Alright, fair enough. Our poverty rate will improve. Ooh, yes. Good. One day, this will also be finished up. Our political power will be in the positives once again, and we'll be golden. We'll actually be able to do stuff, you know. That will be amazing. That will be actually amazing. An evening drink. It was putrid, a gaggle of grotesque commoners, high off their own fumes, having forgotten the chain of commands, having failed to see the catastrophic blunders of the PKI and the popular movement at large. It should be apparent, it should be clear. There is a ruler and the ruled. As Francisco swirled the wine in its glass, he had no doubt that the police would be quick to shut down this disgusting display of indignity and self-aggrandization. After all, the police carried a hefty price tag, and he wasn't about to let his money go to waste. He could bear witness to the demonstration no longer, slamming the shutters shut with a thud. Francisco retreated to the gargantuan lavender chair that awaited a man of the upper crust, such as himself, in the study. He sipped onto his wine. Damn, it had gone better. Maybe rather, he had grown better. High atop his ivory tower, it was easy to forget that he could have ended up like them, had it not been for his adoption into a family of status. Francisco did not find his inclusion in the crowd unfathomable. That wasn't reality, however. He was not like them, savages. A clink at the window, someone had thrown something. The roars of the crowd grew louder. Someone with a microphone. The heat from the sheer numbers of bodies made him tug at his collar. The police had done nothing. Slowly he rose to the seat, his toes intertwined in the silk carpet, and ever so gently pulled back the curtain. The sight was something out of any rich man's horror story. Thousands of bodies, hearts and minds, dead set on the destruction of his yard livelihood. Francisco shuddered. In the middle of it all, atop a freshly erected platform, he could easily make out the shape of Sukarno, his fingers thrusted into the air, chanting something he couldn't quite hear. Perhaps if he opened the window. A rock, jagged and heavy, made contact with his head in an instant, sending him stumbling backward. Collapsing into a broken glass and blood, forward he heard. Uh-oh. There we go. They're breaking into all of the boys' house. Daini home teikoku. What does that mean? What does that mean, my G? Maximizing growth, sense of security. Nihon Ascendant. It didn't make much sense to him. There were no men, no rifles, and yet Ibu and Aya wept in the doorway. Respati tossed a rubber ball between his hands, flinging it from one side to another. He wanted to eat. They all wanted to eat, of course, but that was special. His mother had promised to split from yet another typical night of rice and tempeh and make satay, where they cried because they just could not contain the excitement. For dinner, he must have been distracted by his own thought. The ball was in his hand one moment, then it wasn't. He watched in what seemed to slow motion as the ball hurtled towards the back of his father's head. Oh, Allah save him. His dad was not a nice man when crying. When he got back from work in the evening, Aya would do the same thing, bang his head against the wall and just cry. The ball made contact and father whipped around. Respati prepared himself for a beating, ready for the fists to fly. Eyes closed, shrinking into his own skin. He waited for a moment, another, and nothing came. Cautiously, he ever so slightly opened his eye to see his father smiling. It didn't make sense to be crying and happy at the same time, at all. Why were grown-ups so weird? It's okay. Plastered full of pictures of Bung Karno. Had Bung died? This would be a good reason to cry. Sure, his dad wouldn't be smiling if that was the case. Aya, what's happening? Why are you crying? Things are gonna be easier from now on. And a stable economy. There we go. We are stabilizing. Let's actually have a look at society. It's actually not improving at all. What the hell? Incompetent industry. Jesus. Well, that's mean. We're trying our best, goddammit. We're trying our goddamn best. Sukarno saw Mohammed Hatta sit across him, he would not describe him as kind or a teacher, as he so commonly was. He sensed rage, he felt the stain seep out of his eyes and begin to fill the room, drowning Sukarno in hate that he could not comprehend. Have I wronged you? Hatta struck first, his tone authoritative. Help me understand, what did I do? Sukarno failed to stifle a smile. How could he? What was he on about? Hatta, I guess I don't understand. You come to my office and plop yourself down to this chair and sulk. Why? You'd know if you'd read my letters, or met me where planned, or even answered the damn phone. Sukarno slowly rose from his seat. Hatta, believe me when I say I have no idea what you're talking about. I've noticed your absence, but assumed you were simply on vacation. Vacation? Hatta chewed on the word as if he had focused on his eyes. The man across him. I don't understand then. You haven't gotten a single letter? Sukarno, well, I suppose I don't understand. Seeing Hatta's confusion chipped away at his gardeners, genuinely confusing. I don't either, he said, his booming voice rendered it little more than a weak whisper. The two stared long at each other, speaking a silent language. If Sukarno wasn't subverting Hatta and Hatta wasn't dodging Sukarno, someone else was. Neither knew who, and frankly neither wanted to. Oh, so it wasn't Hatta. Alright, I guess. Alright. Well, let's continue down then. So he's not subverting, he's still loyal, for now. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's up. Dainihon Teikoku. I don't know what that means, man. I do not speak Japanese. Or any Asian language for that matter. Maybe one day. But it's really difficult to learn, so I'm gonna put it off for now. You know? I'll just dream about learning Japanese / Chinese / just whatever else there is. Oh, the post is getting some traction. It hasn't been even an hour and there's already 70 votes. 66 of which 66% of the votes are also, bro, why are you so sexy? So I'm very pleased with the results so far. To my question to ask you to subscribe, the majority answer seems to be, bro, why are you so sexy? You know, I wouldn't expect anything less from my community, and that's why I love being a YouTuber. It's interesting though, you know, you get the community that you built. So you're all meme lords just like me that barely give a shit about anything that's not memeable. And I like that. I can fuck with that, you know? I appreciate it. We're all meme heavy boys. And I wouldn't want it any other way. You know, even the video that I made accompanying the post is doing well. What the hell? That doesn't make no sense. But I'm appreciating everyone leaving a comment for the algorithm. That's a big brain move. That's a real big brain move. I haven't seen that many comments in one video that quickly in forever. I don't think I've ever had a video get that many comments that quickly. What the hell, man? It's actually... How about likes? What's it at right now? 43... Jesus. Yeah, alright. You guys are going overboard with the likes and comments, and it's ridiculous. What the hell? At this point, we might get on trending. Well, let's not, you know, get ahead of ourselves, but... Damn. Things are moving up. Alright, so. Well, there's no spending stuff in here. Pembela, Dana, Air. Well, we'll do this, don't worry. Purchase new planes. Oh, it's gonna cost us so much. So much money. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Good thing Well, first off, we have no interest, and I don't think bankruptcy is yet implemented in the mod, so let's hope I don't completely fall apart. You know? Oh, the reluctant Tsar. He's going places. Oh no! Yagod actually won? Whew. So wholesome Soblin died. That kinda sucks. I much prefer him to be in charge. And go for the wholesome 100. Though I don't know if the AI does that though. Indonesian idiot. Representative Putra was a weak man. He was a fool who only ever gets in the way of things. If it wasn't for his cowardice and inaptitude, this new bill would have passed by now, but it isn't. And do you know why? Because Putra is a stupid, feeble wretch with no place in government. In fact, I'd offer his position to his wife if she wasn't quite literally in bed with the opposition. President Sukarno's words shocked the skeleton press crew at his latest public appearance. What was supposed to be a routine rally quickly escalated into a critique tangent against a prominent coalition member. The camera rolled, the microphones recorded, and by the end of the hour, the government was in chaos. Mr. President, you need to make another appearance. You need to apologize for your comments. Sukarno and his advisors were alone in his office. He had locked the door to keep out rabid politicians while he planned his next move. What was there to apologize for? Everything I said was true. The coalition is breaking, Mr. President. It's always breaking. This will blow over. No, we will not apologize. I mean, it's already broken, so... There's not much gonna be happening in here. Oh, we're only 600 in the red. Coming from 1,400, that's a big improvement. But we still have a long way to go. I'm not gonna be the one to mince words. It's not looking too good right now. It's not looking too good. Fine, just make sure to burn that letter. Yeah. Well, these ones are just routine decisions. It doesn't matter. We're already done with those decisions, so we're good. Well, Heydrich is already dead. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, integrate them. Sure. Good. Standardize equipment, please. No. Fortunately, Mr. Ito, I have to cancel. Good. Honor above all. Yeah, it's gonna take a while before we actually get to there. Party in Pallenberg. You guys can read this one if you want, but I'm gonna... No concessions though. There we go. I'm gonna switch those out because they're all essentially non-story flavor text basically. And since we already completed the whole spiel, it's unnecessary for us. It's pretty much unnecessary. Alright. Next up, change out the old guard, please. Thank you. And oh, we get to continue on. Wait, we don't have this? As well then. It's 5% resource gain efficiency, which is not nothing. I don't feel like going after my military tech right now. It's not really necessary. I know we're gonna go to civil war at some point, but there's no point in going there because we can't really afford new equipment at the moment. So, you know, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. I do wonder, will we get claims on all of this? The Philippines actually have the focus tree. No, they don't. Not many of these people do. Man, I can't wait until more people get focus trees. I really like this mod. There's so much potential in here. I just want to see it happen. I just want to see it happen. There we go. Wait, we're no longer getting... What? We're no longer getting our stability. Our weekly stability increase. That sucks. Oh, look at that, Borman did win. Eventually. There we go. Good. What else do we need? Let's increase our boy. Let's go in here. Oh. Can pay Thai. I don't know what that is, but we got a cryptic message. We haven't deciphered that one yet, I guess. Well, see, it's a work in progress still, you know. It's a work in progress, as all things are at the moment. Consequences. What did I do wrong? The president of Indonesia entered his office in a creased suit. Hey, stop. Thank you. Sumarni entered the room, dragging her high-heeled shoes through the flaming red and batik-battered rug. Lunch is cancelled, sir. Both Mr. Natsir and Hasbullah have claimed to be ill. That was strange. How probable was it that two of his government's most crucial and key men would be sick on the same day at the same hour? Hand me the phone. I want to talk to them. He dialed their number and waited. No answers, only buzzing on the phone lines. Meanwhile, Istan descended into chaos. Ministers failed to appear, leaving their departments running headless as Bismarck detonated into outright collapse. The collision was off. Sukarno took his hangover adult mind aside and thought, where did it all go wrong? I don't know, maybe becoming a dictator. What were you thinking, Sukarno? It's not like I'm the one controlling you and telling you to become a dictator. That would be impossible. Be better. Be better, goddammit. Be gosh darn better. Yeah, I've heard actually Indonesian food is really good. Dude, I want to travel one day again. Once this COVID stuff is up. Though plane tickets would be expensive down to Indonesia. Though food is apparently really good, especially at the market stalls outside. Pretty poggers. I've heard people say. Though probably not like that. Japanese are favorable. Everyone likes us. The PKI are disregarded though. I'll save up some more points before going for the decisions. I don't know what they do right now, but we'll figure it out eventually. We shall figure it out eventually. Alright, now only airplane stuff, and that will be gone. And then we can finally pass, what is it again? The decree, the presidential decree. Drastic action must be taken. It will expand his powers, but to a far greater degree, oh no. Sukarno isn't worried, however. He knows that the people will make the correct choice, even if they need a little assistance in doing so. Uh-oh. Sukarno, buddy. What are you doing, step bro? What are you doing, step dictator? Alright, so. Negotiate. Confront Stasi. Favorable, favorable, full supporting. Oh, I don't know why I clicked him then. Whoops. I guess the army and the Japanese are the ones that I need to increase. Sukarno is beloved, the opposition is favorable, and the PKI is disregarded. Alright, fair enough. You can't do anything just yet. Yeah, you need to beat up Yagoda. He's not a good boy to have around. Actually, when are you gonna bring the sword? Oh yeah, he's declaring war on both of them. I'm guessing, yeah, that will fuck up Irkutsk more than anyone else, because they have the bigger border with them. But we'll have to see. Großafrikanische Reichsstaat. Interesting. This is pure chaos though. What the hell, man? Stop. I think the Divine Mandate is probably gonna be the big winner, which is fine. Fraternal militias. Faith in the Holy Father, our holy duty. I kinda like his beard, even though it's a bit neckbeardy. I don't know why. It's like the Chad neckbeard instead of the Virgin neckbeard, I guess. Ah. Alright, let's continue on, boys. Let's continue on. Wait, that's it? No, that can't be it. Alright, now we can finally go down this path. Getting so many points, what do I even do with that? I still don't have all the equipment that I need, my dude. There's a disco ball and champagne, what the hell? As the date for the referendum... Well, let's finish this one up, it's only 2 days first. This is going too far, Sukarno, even for you, Hata Spot. The presidential office was empty, safe with 2 men in his heavy attention. The people will decide that. You are always advocating for more democracy, now I offer a referendum and all you do is complain. I want elections for leaders, presidents, not dictators. If you give yourself even more power, you will undermine everything we've worked for. Sukarno suddenly stood up, placed his hand on the desk, and leaned towards Hata, till their faces were an inch apart. On the contrary, I will secure everything we have worked for. Democracy has failed in Indonesia. I will not. Yo, Cheetah is actually stabilizing. Irkutsk will be the first to fall. I do wonder, will you be the puppet czar or will you actually be the good boy? I do hope you become the good boy and unite everyone under one banner. Imperial announced the release of Timur's prisoners. Imperial has started to press us about a bunch of men in shackles, specifically the captured Timur garrison. While we'd love to hand them over, it would be better if we did. Sadly, we can't just say no and make it the end of the matter. We're going to need an excuse. There are 2 ways we can go about this. First, the classic no straight answers. We'll delay the proceedings until gets disinterested and drops the negotiations. Secondly, formally, prisoners of war are under Japan's jurisdiction. While we don't usually follow that rule, we could definitely follow it here and refer the Iberians to Japan. Japan. You take the pressure, I don't give a shit. Or else we'll go to war with Iberia. Easy. How's the Brown Eminence doing actually? Einheit's packed. It's looking kinda sad, don't you think? It is looking kinda sad, my brown lord. It is looking kinda sad. Silver tongue and golden words. It was a grand hotel. Electric bulbs blazed with metal fire, blinding the stars and averting gazes. Tall drinks and small morsels of food, reprehensible in taste yet respectable in status, danced around the rooms and courtyards on supposedly genuine silver platters. The partygoers' attention, however, centered on a woman who literally danced and fulfilled a much different appetite. It was a grand party in a grand hotel for the grandest hosts. President Sukarno thundered through the crowds like a rolling storm. Laughter and cheers followed him like thousands of grey shadows cast by infinite orange lights. The finest suits covered his body. The strongest drink rested in his hands. The most beautiful woman clung to his arm. Friends, I want to thank you all for attending this party. He's telling it like it is. Went the unsaid information among the crowd. Without your support, Indonesia would not be the country it is today, nor will it be the country it deserves to be tomorrow. We will make Indonesia better. So I implore you, support me in the coming referendum and you will see with your own eyes the great future that lies before us. Sure, you know, we'll become the greatest dictator known to mankind. Quote unquote freedom for Indonesia. Freedom from Japan, but not from yourself. That's a deep sentiment right there. See, I can be very, you know, intellectual if I want to be. I usually don't want to be, but hey, don't tell anyone. I'm just a shitpost meme lord. Trying to find my way home, or something like that. I don't know. Oh yeah, looks like Cheetah is also dying. So it's the divine mandate that's gonna be winning. They're beating them both back at the same time. Irkutsk is gonna fall. And then Cheetah. Surrounding is a rich city, wealth flows in and out of its ports like a beating heart of a capital. The great excesses are followed by the worst destitution. However, as night follows the day, with the arrival of President Scar, the poor unfortunates and the unfortunate poor swarm the city in a flood of poverty. The president rides in a blistering white automobile. Its polish alone is worth more than the collective wages of the trailing crowds. He speaks to the people, sympathizes with their plights. Sukarno is a man who understands, he assures them. It's just regrettable that Indonesia is a home to such terrible poverty, he knows. But unlike the unrealistic liberals and violent, bloodthirsty communists, he has a solution. Of course, he says in his premium Tesla, white Tesla, where he can play Minecraft on the dashboard. Incredible. What's Minecraft, you say? Hasn't been invented, you say? It has been in Indonesia. That's how amazing his car is. Anyway, let's continue on with that ramble. We're almost there. Preparing for the Civil War. Good. Let's take this as well. I wish I had more research slots, to be honest. That's just bad. It's really bad. Alright. What's this? The air wallowed in the dull, throbbing heat. Indonesia will be strong. Finally, it was Hatta's turn. At the peak of the people's rage, the climax of hatred and arrogant pride, the inferno was snuffed out like a candle. Hatta's cool tone and measured words struck the air from the fire, depriving it of its necessary oxygen. The crowd, with nothing left to fuel their hate, dispersed, leaving the square empty and desolate. He's actively trying to sabotage me, the fool. How dare he? Try and keep democracy alive. Disgusting. Politicians purge Pertamina, I guess. Honor above all else. Air attack. It's actually decent-ish. Not really. It's got some good stuff going for it. Wait, Yugra, who the hell are you? Gra. Self-made men. Oh, the referendum passes. It isn't right, Bung. None of this is how it should be. So, we have become the dictator. Glorious dictator overlord. Where's the music? There we go. There was creepy wind blowing and I did not appreciate that. No wind over in here. This is anti-wind, gang. Man, I wish I could still keep getting stability though. Jesus Christ. I do solemnly swear. Can't wait for the Civil War that's gonna pop off after this referendum. Oh well. Oh well. Junk, keep. Where's Hata? He hadn't been in the morning briefing. Sukarno shrugged it off. It was probably just... What was that? Sukarno's attention was drawn to a letter. To Sukarno, my good friend. The message inside was quick and says, Bung, I fear you have wandered too deep into the forest of power and have lost your way. I've made my intentions clear from the beginning. In Indonesia to challenge the petty monarchs and to stand up far above the warlords of China. I've stood for one thing, Bung, since day one, a free Indonesia. From where I took up arms against the colonists to the battles in your office. I attempted to make peace to work with you because you are my friend, Sukarno. But I can no longer be blind by friendship. I cannot take part in this government any longer. Effective immediately, I will no longer be fulfilling the roles of my office. Hata had left. I mean, who is surprised, huh? Who is surprised with that? But that is pretty much all the time I have left for today. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you did. Hopefully I'll see you next time. And hopefully you have a nice day. Bye bye.